27 Victorian death photos, and the disturbing history behind them. This photograph, which identifies a boy named William, is believed to be a post-mortem portrait. Circa 1850. This portrait shows the son of the mayor of Vienna on his deathbed. Circa 1850. In this portrait, the photographer positioned the child in a seated pose. The collapsed neck and the lack of blurring may indicate that this was a post-mortem photograph. Circa 1870. A daguerreotype of a deceased child. Peaceful positioning like this helped many families memorialize their beloved children. Circa 1885. The French photographer Eugene Cadden took this picture of a deceased child. The family may have opened the boy's eyes to give the appearance of life. A post-mortem portrait of Frederick III, the Emperor of Germany. He reigned for only 99 days before dying of throat cancer. 1888. Taken by photographer Emma Kirchner, this image captures a deceased child positioned on a pillow. Circa 1876 to 1899. The photographer Henri Pronk captured this heartbreaking post-mortem photo of a young child. Circa 1865. In this likely Victorian death photo, the photographer positioned this young girl to give the impression of peaceful slumber. This 1867 portrait from Mexico shows Tomás Mejía, a Mexican general who was executed. The photographer placed Mejía in a chair and held his feet in place to capture the image. The practice of post-mortem photography lingered even after the Victorian era. When the Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg died in 1907, photographers took a composed portrait of his body. In this likely 19th century Victorian death photo, a mother and father pose with their daughter. Both parents are blurry, a side effect of them moving during the exposure, while the daughter remains completely still. When the President of Ecuador died in 1875, his body was embalmed and photographed in his uniform. Just after the Victorian era, the artist Gustav Klimt painted a portrait of his deceased son in 1902. The boy, Otto, had died in infancy. Like post-mortem photographs, Klimt's portrait helped him remember his child. This portrait of a deceased child dates back to the second half of the 19th century. A mother holds her deceased child in this post-mortem photograph. The mother likely wears black to symbolize her mourning, while the child likely wears white to symbolize the soul's ascension to heaven. Tallahassee, Florida. Circa 1885 to 1910. Photographer Carl Durium captured this image of a deceased child by positioning the body to heighten the sense of peacefulness. This daguerreotype shows the trend of positioning subjects, dressing them in clean, white clothes, and styling their hair to make them look presentable. The United States. Circa 1850.